this particular case, although it's a defamation case, it has a lot of verbal and physical allegations of domestic abuse. And it's crazy how like the world is cheering in a sense, like, because that situation is an uncomfortable situation. I don't know if you ever got into an argument with a woman, but
so I am going to add another one of our esteemed friends of the channel, Darshaun McAway, aka D Mac. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh man, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm trying to get everything situated. I ended up clicking the button by mistake. I was trying to get off. Anyway, what's going
You're
on,
looking
man?
good, brother. So yeah, I mean,
man.
you know, the verdict is in. 15 million for Johnny, and 2 million the other way. So effectively 13 million for Johnny.
13 million for Johnny. So, you know what? This is a victory for all the men, right? For all the men who be telling the truth about how they don't abuse certain women verbally or physically. I got an opportunity to listen to this entire case from that Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Just listening to it, you know, I'm cycling and stuff like that. And the thing that tripped me out the most as the weeks kept on going by was what she was accusing him of. Where was the damage? What was the physical damage?
Exactly.
You know, where it's like, if you say that this guy was like beating you up for 5 years, you gotta have way more evidence than that.
Her first, the first example she brought up when she was telling the story, and I remember this because of the wording that she used. She said, well, first they established that he always wears his rings, those chunky rings. Then she was like, she used the word pummeled. He pummeled me. And then I think the lawyer asked, but either how many times, but either way, she pummeled me so many times I couldn't remember. And then the picture that she brought up was a picture of a bruise on her arm. She has a picture. Where am I? She has a picture like this, and she's shown here, and her face is cut off kind of like that, but you can see that her face is fine. Like, and then she's trying, you know, her lawyers were trying to say, Johnny's team is trying to tell you that if you don't have enough evidence, then it didn't happen. It's like, no. You had pictures of this, that, you had spilled wine, you had pictures of Johnny sleeping, you had pictures of clothing racks falling over, but zero pictures of anything wrong.
I tell you what, I'm happy. I'm happy of when I say happy, I don't mean like I'm just so happy that she's losing. I'm happy on the fact that he got an opportunity to like release this embarrassment of what he's been going through for years. She got a chance to tell her side, whatever that may be. I understand both sides, right? But the verdict was the outcome. I had my closing thoughts about it when I saw the whole case myself on my podcast, and I knew he was going to win for the questions they gave the jury. You know, it was to me, it looked like it was in her favor, but it leaned over towards him. So I'm glad he got a chance to win this defamation. I can assure you he's probably, I bet you Disney and some of those producers, they're probably already thinking of a trailer for for part 6.
Pirates. Yeah.
And let me tell you that the whole world is going to crash if he gets to play Jack Sparrow again.
Well, here's the thing. I've never seen a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I just figured, when they first started, I was, actually, I don't even know. But, they came out, 6 movies over how many years? So I was probably, in my mid-20s. That was in my, my drug era. So I wasn't really paying attention to too much.
We're worried about Disney products.
Yeah. And this is, of course, before I even realized what was good with the MCU. So really, I just had this feeling that like movies are dead, cinema is dead, and I just never watched them. But I guess I'll tell you what, I sure as shit gonna do a marathon, watch all of them. And if he's in 6, I will pay to watch that twice.
Yeah. But yeah, man, go ahead.
I was just saying that, echoing what you were saying, that even if he had lost the entire 50 million and didn't get anything, if he had to pay her $100 million, which is what her original claim was for, and he didn't get any of his $50 million claim, which again, reminder that the only reason that Amber decided to actually sue was out of pettiness. She said it herself. Well, they're going to do this. I'm going to do that. But even if, everything had gone as bad as it could have for Johnny in terms of verdict, because of the testimony, we all, and like it said in his statement that we brought up a little bit earlier, the world got to see the truth. And so in terms of the public opinion, even if those 12 jurors thought differently, they are not necessarily representative of, what the rest of the world thinks. And when it comes to, people who are paying to see these movies and what these companies are thinking about that, I'm very glad that things played out the way they did. Yeah.
You know what? Just real quickly, you can tell by the threads online and kind of some of the conversations socially. This particular case, it although it's it's a defamation case, it has a lot of verbal and physical allegations of domestic abuse. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how the world is cheering in a sense, because that situation is an uncomfortable situation. I don't know if you ever got into an argument with a woman, but
so sorry to interrupt your podcast experience. I just want to remind you, if you're enjoying what you're watching, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And if you really love it, there's some support links in the description. I would love if you could help out the channel. And back to the show.
At some point, things can get heightened. And sometimes people do put their hands on you and you go, yo, listen, the prime example, I had a girl, she got mad. I was at CC's Pizza. I'll never forget this, man. I think I got the scar off my face. I was at CC's Pizza. I took a girl on a date to CC's Pizza because we just couldn't think of a place to go. And this happens to me a lot. This happens to me fairly often, even in today's time. The waitress gave me a look I see you with your girl, but what's up with me and you? And the girl I'm with, I'm looking at her like, I don't know the girl. So we get done eating, we get in the car. The girl asked me, she's like, yo, what was that? I was like, I don't know. I mean, she was just flirting with me, right? And she was like, for real, you gonna do that right in front of me? And I was like, what was I supposed to say? Don't serve me the food? She just kept on coming over, asking me if I needed something else, but she wasn't acknowledging the girl I was with. So the girl I was with, she literally, I'm driving the car. She literally hits me and smacks me. And as she's coming down, she scars my face. I can feel the cut, the instant burn. I'm in traffic. I'm scared because I'm holding the steering wheel. She hits me. Automatically, you kind of go like this. So I'm in the car doing this, and I'm trying to get over it. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Right. So I finally pull over on the shoulder, and I was like, yo, listen, chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, chill. And if this man at this time, I had way more going on than what I have going on now. I was so afraid that she was going to do something to me because me having the strength that I have, I can do a lot more damage, but I'm thinking to myself, how do I get you out of my car? Exactly. And how do I get you back to where I dropped you off? That was my dilemma. That was my conflict.
I wouldn't even worry about the second part. I just want you out. You can find your own ride.
Listen. I told her, this is a true story. I told her, I'm not going to say anything to you. Do not touch me. This is over. I'm taking you right home. And I say, I don't want to ever hear from you again. I have never heard from her again. Never heard from her again.
I mean,
but
good.
But that what I'm saying in that situation, no, I never got a chance to tell that story until today. I only feel comfortable telling it now because of what happened.
Let's go.
I got more stuff. I got more stuff that I'm going to end up talking about now because women would do that to me knowing I can't do anything bad.
What you
know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I can't do nothing bad.
Exactly like Amber said. Tell the world, Johnny. What do you think? Tell the world.
Yeah.
Tell the world.
That audio when she said you're abnormal, I understood exactly where she was coming from with that, because in most cases for us men, if not all cases, well, some, I'm just gonna say some because I can't compare all of us to against each other. Some of us are afraid to do something because we know what the repercussions are. It's like I don't even want to argue with people. It's like, you got it, Because I know for me now, I got way more to lose than the next person. You could take a picture or video of me doing what Amber did to Johnny, and it's gonna mess up my brand deals. I already know it.
The accusation would just that alone.
So
what do you think? So what do you think about the fact that at no point did Johnny ever take that route with Amber? Like 6 years, they were only together for 15 months. They were only married for 15 months. And within that 15 months, they were saying like it was one instance where I think he said it was like 7 different rooms. She followed him. He tried to get out of the situation, let things cool down and de-escalate, and she would follow him. And then we heard the reporting. Why don't you just stay and argue like a normal person? You're killing me.
Yeah.
What?
Listen, man.
What do you think it is that would take a guy like Johnny Depp, who's on top of the world, especially when it comes to women and fame and money and every metric of these high value men? He could have anybody. What is he doing dealing with this?
He was too entranced. He's just too far in that he didn't want to cut it off. Because like he thought he could fix her at first, probably.
Shout out to the late great Kevin Samuels. Actually, this might be a Rich Cooper quote, but men are the true romantics, and men feel so much differently than women do. Oh, did we get him back?
What happened there?
Yeah, we were broken up. Right. So yeah, I was asking about why Johnny would not, get out of that situation. Sanzik was saying that he just got caught up.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and this I had talked about this on my podcast, and I talk about this just based off of like relationship status too. But when it came down to Johnny Depp and Amber, man, I've been in situations like that before, and just from my personal experience, you're not thinking about necessarily going to find somebody else to be better with. You're thinking about that situation like, all right, I'm gonna give this person the benefit of a doubt. I'm gonna stick it out, and then it gets worse. The verbal altercations get worse, physical pushing around, all that type of stuff gets worse, and then it gets to the point where when that finger got chopped off for Johnny, that probably was by far more of a tipping point to say, yo, listen, this ain't gonna get no better with her. I got to get up out of this, before it ends in death.
He was
so when it got to
distracted.
Yeah.
Say again.
I said he was probably too distracted by all the drugs and the alcohol and all the friends coming over to keep track of.
Here's the thing too. You got to understand too. And this happens in my own personal life. When you have a lot of different things going on, you're not talking to your spouse every single day. So those days keep on, rolling over, and then when you finally get a chance to meet up, it just explodes into a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah, and then especially the fact that they talked about how, they were just being actors. They have the type of schedule where they would be at this house and for a few months filming here and so, but that again, this all happened over the course of 15 months. Like, how does it get that crazy? I've been in some crazy shit, and Darshaun, I know you've been in some crazy shit.
I think your problem is assuming it didn't start that way.
I mean, well, I'm not necessarily assuming if we are to trust Amber's word at all, she said in the beginning it was all rainbows and fairy tales and stuff.
But that's the honeymoon period.
But exactly, that's the point, is that we all get there, and Sanzik, like you said, you just get entranced, and it's very important for Darshaun wrote a book about this kind of stuff. To understand that where you fall in these just in the world in general as a man, then localize it to in your community, and then further down into in a relationship. And I mean, again, Darshaun could speak circles around this about me, but do check out our conversation on the channel about his book, Girlfriend versus Wife Duties. But yeah, Darshaun, anything to add to that point?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna close it out with this, man. Again, I'm gonna go back on something. I'm not happy that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard went through what they went through, but I am pleased with the results, because it shines a light on showing people that you can't just say and do anything that you want to somebody without having a consequence to it. So, hooray for Johnny Depp for being free from the embarrassment, because it was such an embarrassment to hear the things he said to her and the things that she said to him. and it turned out to be just a terrible incident. But first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for bringing me on to the show. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I really expect for you guys to be extremely successful. I hope you get all your heart's desires. It's your boy Darshaun. I'm out of here.
Thank you.
All right, real quick, you do it so well. I'm going to give you the floor one more time because I know you know how to do your thing.
Hey guys, my name is Darshaun McAway. I'm the host of wowpodcast.me. Go check out my podcast where we talk to New York Times and USA Today best-selling authors, and you can get some tips on how to market your book and how to be a bestseller yourself. Check out my children's book series, Anaya's Adventures. It's in every store across the world. We're doing big things. Hey, we may even come out with an ice cream. Yo, Lutch, thank you for having me on your podcast. I really appreciate it.
You are always welcome. Thank you for coming up, man. You have a good one.
All right, see ya.
Bye.